Check, check, check. 1 2 1 2. Vader Games in the building. You know what it is. We got another episode. This one, as you can tell by the branding, by the theme, this one's 115. One question, 15 minutes. And we're going to deal with this question right here. But first things first, my peoples come first. My people, those that are here, those that are no longer here, thought of and always remembered. Guys, girls, men, women, listen. A lot's going on. It was a nice weekend. It was an important weekend with regards to wins. If you didn't see me feature on the football terrace and get my little bit of breakdown, I'm going to say this real quick before I even start the timer over here and I talk about what's happening. But very good win. Very good win against a very good team. And I think it was a unfortunate 1-0 loss to Villa. But we're back. We're back with a manager and with players that they're on a mission. They don't want us. They're not satisfied with the poor performance, with the drop points. They want to stay in the mix, and they're improving every game. You can see it if you just take a second and not just focus on the result, but you look at how these players are advancing, how they're evolving. It's really good. Now, I want to say this: don't be shy. All right, don't be shy. I know you may not want to be in the comments. I know you may be on the move. You're listening. But if you have a chance, don't hesitate. Hit the like button as well. If you can, subscribe if you haven't. Comment. Be a part of the show. I'm going to go 115, one question, 50 minutes. I'm going to let the clock go. I'm going to rally on. After my 15 minutes of me giving my breakdown, because I do have to talk about the topic of the day. The topic of the day is why Pep, first of all, the master chef. Why Pep, the master chef, is cooking. And he's cooking more than just these ingredients that I mentioned, right? Why Pep is cooking with Foden, Cherki, and Gonzalez. But there's more. There's more. You can see by this clip that I'm actually going to break down, right? Strictly for review purposes. No copyright strikes, YouTube. This is strictly for analysis and breakdowns. I won't be playing this in its entirety. There will not be any sound. It is for a breakdown, analysis, educational, edutainment. But this is going to be such a great example on what I'm going to want to talk about over the 15 minutes. So be a part of the show, be in the comments, hit that like button. I'm not going to continue to remind you guys. You guys do what you got to do. Also, in the future, please note, in the future, I am going to add, I'm trying to think of where the space is because I know I got a lot of information here. Even just here, I got what I'm breaking down, but here's other shows that I can do. Here's other shows on the 115, one question, 50 minutes on what I can do. Because, again, people that have tuned in said, Vader, you can discuss these. We'd like to hear your take on why Arsenal and Liverpool must, right? Why they must. That's going to be fitting, maybe at another time. And then, obviously, this was irritating a lot of United fans when I emphasized, and I was just purely facts. Purely facts. No exaggerations, but Pep's first 8 years better than Sir Alex Ferguson, and it's really only longevity that's got Ferguson considered better than Pep. But to be discussed at another time. So be a part of the show. Notice on what I'm about to break down. So let me do this real quick. Let me get to my clock. Let's stay on point. There will not be any sound effects this show. I'm going to stay pretty accurate. So let's go. Vader game. The clock started. So 15 minutes. 115. One question, 50 minutes. Now, many before a ball was kicked was like, they don't really see Manchester City as title challengers, title favorites. Makes perfect sense. Look at how we played last season. Look at what we weren't able to do in terms of consistency. Look at how dependent we were on Rodri. Look how dependent we are on Haaland. Why would you really label Manchester City as those threats given all of that? Yes, we have a fantastic manager, amazing manager, a master chef. But with everything else, and you consider and you look at what the other clubs have done, you look at how Liverpool spent, you look at how Arsenal strengthened, and actually in many people's eyes have the complete team, right? There is no weakness. They've got a backup of a backup with regards to every position. But the reason why this is such a great season for Manchester City and why I'm going to be doing this tactical breakdown is because Pep is working with the ingredients that he has. He's working with the ingredients that he has, and he is coming up with something special. It's going to take some time. It's trial and error. Yes, he's a master chef, but maybe with the new attempt with a few different ingredients, you're gonna burn it a little bit. Maybe with the different ingredients, you're gonna get things wrong. The taste isn't quite right. The tenderness isn't quite right. But Pep is continuously tinkering. He's trying to figure out what's the right mix. And yeah, he got it wrong versus Aston Villa, but you can also see what he's messing around with. He's changing things up. Are these the right wingers that I want? Are this the right midfield? But I'm going to focus on the midfield for this game. I'm going to focus on the midfield. And the reason why I had to clip right here for this breakdown is because the ingredients of Cherki, Gonzalez, Foden, who often is said he's just another guy. If it's just another guy amongst a lot of really good guys and he is just as good as them, but again, playing team football, I'm calm with it. I'm absolutely calm with it. This player, in terms of Phil Foden, played right wing, left wing, false 9, 10, and now he's playing a little bit of a central midfielder, responsible for being responsible for actually tracking back, getting deep in the formation, as well as getting advanced. This is a Foden that's been so important to us. And the fact that he has the versatility, the fact that he doesn't have the ego to be like, this is where I want to be, this is the only place I want to have success, I absolutely love it. So Pep having a Phil Foden is important to what he's cooking right now. And I want to emphasize this clip right here. This is Cherki. You know what? We got Cherki, Reinders, and Ait-Nouri all for the cost of Verts. But look what we got. We got Cherki playing central. And if you didn't catch this game, Cherki was all over the pitch. The versatility, the mobility, the vision, he was everywhere. And end of the game, we all know he delivered 2 assists to Haaland, right? And he's looking for him. You can argue that Haaland should have had a hat trick and Cherki should have had 3 assists to Haaland. But you look at how he's playing. Cherki finally healthy. Pep's got something working. Gonzalez, this is why. Let me talk to my Manchester City fans. Let me also talk to the rivals. But I got to emphasize to the Manchester City fans. This is why you don't write players off. This is why you don't go too extreme in saying this player's not good enough. Or a player that happens to be dropped. Happens to be dropped. For Pep to coach them up, not to think that the club wasted money on a player or the manager's too stubborn, too loyal, he's not playing a player that you just signed. Let him coach them up. I find it so comical when the Manchester City fans want to dismiss a player after a poor start to a year. He came in Jan. They want to write him off because he's not playing consistently like that. He's supposed to hit the ground running. It takes time. And these players can't get run into the ground like that. Oh, man, I forgot to... I think I might have needed to post the link. All right, no, I'm okay right now. So this is the player that takes a while to adjust. And the way Manchester City fans criticize what Pep was doing or the club or this player not being ready, why do we forget other players that came to the club and needed time? Give the master chef time. Give the master chef time to mess around with the amount, right? The right amount of certain ingredients, the right prep time, right? He's trying to get the balance right with regards to maybe the salt levels, the sweet levels. Give him time. Now that he's got Foden, Cherki, Gonzalez healthy, all 3 of them healthy, available, let him work his magic. Let him do his thing. Even with regards to Reinders, our fan base are trying to say that Reinders isn't good enough. We need to go back into the market again. Okay, we can always go and strengthen. That's always important. But let's stop this writing off players. I want to look at this. Look, you see where my finger is right now? That's Doku. That's Jeremy Doku, another player that the fan base want to write off and say he's not good enough. He runs around with like a chicken with his head cut off. He doesn't deliver enough for Haaland. He's always off the same page. He can't do anything. Give these damn players time. You want world-class players? How about you give some of these players time to develop and maybe be near or close to the world-class or close to the output that you want? We as a club can't just go out and always pluck. We're going to go out and pluck a world-class winger. We're going to go and pluck a world-class midfielder. Sometimes they're going to be slightly under the radar, and they're going to need to be coached up. They're going to need to be pepped up. They're going to need to be pepped up, so give it some time. But when I go to this clip, let me emphasize, we got Cherki on the ball right now. We got Jeremy Doku midfield. Jeremy Doku's been looking really good. Year 3, by the way. Year 3, and many wanted to get him out year 2, right? But year 3, you see what Pep's trusted Jeremy Doku to do. A little more central. He's doing what he used to do with Sane and Sterling. Sometimes he's playing on the left. Sometimes he's playing on the right. He's doing all of that. And I think you have the trust in the manager with these ingredients. Look at Cherki right now. This is Cherki having a great game, right? By this point in the game, we're already two. It's 2-1, right? Cherki with the vision. Cherki looking up. Jeremy Doku having the attention. We know when Jeremy's got the ball, there's 2 players got to pay attention to him because how quick he gets by. The trickery that Cherki has, he's going to have the attention of at least 2-3 players. So I'm gonna do this a little bit frame by frame, and I just want to show a little something. We got Cherki, creative, healthy. Pep's cooking something when you got him. And then who's he passing it to here? This is Phil Foden. Star boy Phil Foden. Star man. He's not a star boy anymore. He's star man. Phil Foden, a player that's got the versatility, not to just be locked up on a right wing. He's got the trust. He's got the ability. He's got the spatial intelligence to be able to be all over the pitch. And we saw that from Cherki and Foden. This is what I wanted to talk about with what Pep's cooking up. Because not only was Cherki and Foden moving all over the pitch, we also had Nico Gonzalez. I'll get to the comments. I see you. Thank you so very much. Continue to hit that like button. We've got Cherki, Foden, advanced, switching sides of the pitch, 1-2s, triangles, looking like they've been playing forever. And I enjoy watching the warm-ups because you know they're skillful. You know Foden's skillful. Touch the ball, left foot, he can do whatever he wants. Cherki, same way. Left foot, right foot, he's good. He's good. Y'all don't want to play me in EAFC 26. You don't want to because these players are absolutely amazing for Manchester City. But when you got that type of movement, and again, I mentioned it earlier, and I won't go back to show it in frame, but we also had Jeremy Doku central. When you have this level of skill set and the trickery, these defenders are like, I don't know which way you're going. I don't know. This systematic, how it used to be so scripted that, oh, you can expect this player to go this way, or here's what City want to do. When you have the ability of a Foden, of a Cherki, of a Jeremy Doku, and I want to also emphasize Nico Gonzalez, because we've seen he's got a better understanding of where his players are, where his teammates are, and where the oppositions are. But these are players that can go either way. There's no lock set position. I think Pep's cooking something up where it's going to be, you don't know what to expect, right? You don't know what to expect from a City standpoint. Is it left or right? And then even with how direct we're being, because not only can we go left and right, but we know Foden's looking up. We know Cherki's looking up. And we're seeing a lot more with regards to Jeremy looking up and trying to get the ball to Haaland, the machine, the goal scorer. The same thing goes for Gonzalez, right? But this ball goes into Foden. Foden, as a City fan, tremendous pride when we see academy players doing their thing. But the ball goes into Foden. Foden, one of the best in terms of getting that ball and already turning up to go upfield. You can't argue that. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Back to goal. He gets that ball. How he controls it and turns into an attacking position. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And before I go on, let me also go to these comments. I want to shout out, because each and every time the first person in the building that drops a comment, I got to shout you out. I got to give some love. You took time out of your day to be a part of the show. You dropped a comment. I'm going to do the same thing. In the building. You like Real Madrid? Listen. AGF. Real Madrid are my ops. Real Madrid are my ops. Shout out to Will, my man Carnage. He's my op. Many others in the EPL, they don't look at Real Madrid as that rival, that the combatant that I hate everything that you do. I don't want to see success over there. Nah. Over here at Manchester City, Real Madrid are the ops. Real Madrid are why we need to make sure that whatever happens with regards to how we strengthen the team, even from a league standpoint, how money is distributed, what can we do, what we can't do. We can't allow what the Prem's rules are to prevent the EPL, the Prem, from competing with La Liga. But yeah, Real Madrid are ops. Yo, Zier, good looking out. Yo, good looking out. He goes, I've been thinking that Cherki will be the difference maker once he returns. Yo, Zier, facts. Cherki is gonna be nice, and I so love the comparison. I so love the fact that he came in the same year as Verts. You need some of those benchmarks. You need some, like, sometimes you just need that timestamp to be like, in the moment, what, who, and when. And the fact that he came in, I like that type of, okay, he needs to keep his level up, right? He needs to continue to shine and maybe continue to have people ask question, who made the right decision? Who went where at the right time? Yo, Staffy in the building, my guy, American Waffle. If you guys missed the show last night, go and check that out. Absolute comedy. Great. I wasn't able to be on the show as long as I wanted. Minor, my little princess, needed late homework help. But go and support that channel. He goes, liked, paid my dues. Absolutely. Good looking out, Staffy. Appreciate that, my guy. Zier, that pass for Haaland. Damn, listen, the pass for Haaland, and Cherki had another pass early in the game. It was so well paced, and unfortunately, I'm forgetting the keeper's name, but he was off his line. I thought that was Haaland. Is my mic clipping too? I think I might have to adjust my mic. I think it's clipping. You raid absolutely. Do I raid company as a manager? Absolutely. Now, I'm keeping my eye over at the Bundesliga, keeping track on what company's doing. I've always rated company. Obviously, when he played for Manchester City, he's a midfielder, become defender, right? He was a midfielder, became defender. I rate him so highly. The way he leads. The way he leads as a player is also the way he leads as a manager. If he were to one day become the Manchester City manager, and many years from now, right? We got our time with Pep. We'll see where Pep ends up, how much longer Pep remains here. But I wouldn't be upset, not directly following Pep, if I'm gonna be honest with you, because out of an understanding of the Manchester City fan base, I think they would be, to be honest with you, I think a portion of them would be spoiled and not understand that going from one manager to another is going to require some adjustment. I think they'd be a little too harsh on company. I would like there to be a gap if possible. But large up everybody in the building. I see you. The comments are appreciated. Yo, big up, my guy. I'm going to star them, and I'm going to come right back because I want to continue this. But Phil Foden on that half turn, on that get possession, head up, already looking forward, always have that ball in a way that he's ready to pass it or shoot. One of the best, one of the absolute best. But the combination of what we're seeing centrally, and just at the top of the corner, you can kind of see, you can see how the spacing is, right? That's Nunes. That's Nunes up there. Mateus Nunes up there. I know it's a little late in the game. He was able to advance. We're up 2-1. But he's up there drawing and in an attacking position. One thing you got to note, and I don't think it's showing up on screen, but we show so much versatility in our attack, and maybe that sometimes leads to being unstable defensively because, you know, where you are on the pitch isn't quite set on in terms of how you track back. But I love how attack-minded we are, because sometimes the best defense is an attack. So Foden obviously got the ball, turned, squared up. He's in an attacking position. He's looking forward. He's got a man on him. But look, it's on his left foot. He's able to be between the defender and him for a bit. And this third goal, by the way, for Manchester City, has Foden putting it out to, you see this player? You see that player? That's an academy player. That's Nico O'Reilly. So Academy Pride with Phil Foden passes it off to O'Reilly as well. Look at the space. Look at the amount of space over there. Right? But what Pep is cooking is he's got players that have the ability to hold possession. He's got the ability to also switch these guys up from left to right, depending on maybe where he sees vulnerabilities in some of these defenses. We as Manchester City are going to come up against mid to low blocks all the time. If there isn't a mid to low block, I feel disrespected. I feel insulted. I feel like, oh, y'all believe that City aren't at the levels anymore? Y'all think that City aren't that dangerous club anymore? This is how you're gonna defend us? Okay. All right, cool. Let's take advantage of this. But this is O'Reilly running into position with a pass sent off by Foden. And let me also remind you guys, when I say that Pep is a master chef and Pep's cooking, Pep is a master chef and Pep's cooking, Nico O'Reilly is not a left back. Who I showed a little earlier at the top, Mateus Nunes is not a right back. These are two midfielders that Pep is like, listen, okay, I can't quite get all the ingredients right now, right? Some will want to crash it on the club. Oh, the club are being irresponsible. The club are being arrogant. Why aren't they going out and getting the talent that's required? We're Manchester City. We're a big club. If it doesn't make sense, timing-wise, development-wise, money-wise, you can't pull the trigger and just get any talent. And the argument about there has to be a right back out there has to be a left back that City can go out and get. Well, you got to get it at the right time, and you got to get the right player. I think we obviously have some scouting, we have some ideas, but then there's also continuity. There's also Pep having the know-how and having the trust of the players and not wanting to change too much. I think we're going to go out and get a left back eventually. We got Ait Nori, but I think we're also going to get someone else. O'Reilly's doing a fantastic job. Is this what he wants to do? Does Nico O'Reilly want to have a career as a left back? That might change. That's why, as a club, we got to continue to look for other talent. But as of right now, O'Reilly is playing brilliant football. Brilliant football, and we have to acknowledge, we have to prop up, we have to shout out the fact that he's doing it out of position. But this goal that he gets, and I love how he just looks to have so much poise, so much composure. He doesn't rush anything. And you could argue that earlier in the game, even the game prior, that he was rushing it a little bit. But I think, obviously, these players are going to have their ups and downs. This should give him tremendous confidence. The fact that he didn't, and again, look at how they're defending him. Look at how they're defending him. Look at that defender right now. That defender's not respecting him. That defender's like, I know you're about to pass that to Haaland. I know you're about to push that off because you ain't about to shoot this. And I love how, and shout out to the comments, I see you. I love how Nico goes about it. And by the time he's ready to shoot, it's too late. Look at Cherki. Cherki who gave the pass to Foden. Got up, caught up, and Foden's probably at the top of the 18-yard box. But then you got Cherki that gets into the box. Then you got Haaland off to the side. I love this last goal. Let me go to the comments real quick. Exactly. Kurt, exactly. O'Reilly is an attacking midfielder and did his thing at the academy level. Was very, very highly rated, right? And these are one of those. This is one of those things from a club standpoint where we gotta lock up the talent as well. Like, we gotta give these guys a better contract, maybe extend their years a little bit. As much as they are playing good for us, it may make sense just to lock them up, and they may still go on and go elsewhere. I think it's really unfortunate, and I'm going to divert a little bit, but I think it's really unfortunate on how many Manchester City fans are reacting to Savinho right now. Okay, I know he's not playing at his best. I know he can be better. He can be better. Whether he's shown his best at City consistently, no. He's shown glimpse, yes. Has his best season been at Girona? Yes, absolutely. But let's not make the same mistake. Like, how often are we going to continue to make the same mistake? Or is it just a matter that every fan wants to be the first to say, I told you he wasn't good enough. I told you he needed to leave. Savinho is in his second year. Are we going to continue to do this? Say this player's not good enough, they need to go? Is it just by default we're going to say not good enough, go? It's his second year. And we saw him play well in pockets. Do we want him to be consistent? 100%. He's a young player. I believe he's 21. Give this player some damn time. Now, where I would argue and say from a club standpoint, if we can't rely on him because he's not going to be that consistent, let's make sure that we have a player that will be, that is. So we got by default that starter, that first teamer, that main call up with regards to whether it's playing left or right wing or playing it ahead of Savinho, and let's have Savinho develop behind him. This quick to get rid of, man. We're all praising Gonzalez. Look at how Doku's going. Players wanted him out. Let's calm the heck down. Let's not do that for Reinders, please. Let's stop doing that for Savinho. And this question about Savinho's mentality, and I'll be the first to admit, I asked the same thing when I saw Kudos go to Spurs. When Kudos went over the Spurs, I was like, why is he making that move? I thought that many clubs were probably in the mix for him. Why did he choose Spurs? Great talent, right? Why did he choose Spurs? Savinho has a career to manage, things financially. I don't know his upbringing. I don't know what his responsibilities are with regards to family members and things, but I don't ignore it either. I don't think that a player that says his agent, hey, let me see what's the best deal you can get out there, what's possible, is a slight on his mentality. It's something that you're going to hammer and say, I want him out of my club because he was entertaining a possible move. This is a football business. So that's my mini rant. I don't know why so many go after Savinho. He needs to get better 100%. Say you want him out of the club, second year. Let's stop it. Why are we going to keep making the mistake? Now, let me close this for a second because I do want to talk about. Oh, I can't do this without even showing the goal as well. But look at the placement. Look at the placement. Brilliant, and everybody celebrates with it. I love it. I love that third goal by us. I love that we got 2 assists from Cherki. We got an assist from Foden. We got a goal from O'Reilly, and obviously the big man Erling Haaland. Getting a brace and making it look easy. The over dependency on Erling Haaland for our goals. Oh no! We need to stress. We need to worry. Erling Haaland has scored 13 out of City's 20 goals. Oh, that's a problem. Stop. Do we think if Erling's not scoring that other players aren't going to step up? I mean, O'Reilly just scored. Are we to think that no one else is going to score other than Erling Haaland? Come on, guys. Come on. We do need our players to calm down a little bit in front of goal. Calm down. Put the damn shot on target. That's all I want. If it's saved, it's saved. But put the shot on target. That's the way I was taught. All right. Calm yourself down. Put it on target. Place it, of course. Pick your spots, but it's got to be on target. Don't lose it. Don't lose it and lean back on the shot. Don't lose it and not have proper technique. I think we'll be all right. I think other players will step up. Look at Reinders. I think Reinders got some goals in him. I think Foden's got some goals in him. I think we'll be all right. Over dependency on Haaland. I can't wait to have that conversation again because I'm a cook whoever brings it up. But I don't know if you guys missed this. And I should start the clock up again. Or should I save this for another combo? Should I save it for another combo? Will I have a chance to do another show today? You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this the right way. I'm gonna do another show today, or maybe I'll do another show tomorrow. But I want to break down. I want to break down the Erling Haaland interview, pre-game, pre-Champions League interview. It is brilliant. It is brilliant. I caught like just talking points on YouTube, or not on YouTube, on Twitter X. But I want to kind of do something similar. I want to do the interview, break down the interview with regards to Haaland, because his mentality, the way he looks at the game, I think it needs to be shared, and I want to do that. So let me keep this nice and clean. Let me keep my topics with regards to the show. The fact that I have the availability is what I also have to take huge praise and make sure that I manage it correctly. But each and every one of you, thank you for hitting that like button. Thank you for being a comment. If you are new, and this is the one thing, I'm going to try to put this on screen. Let me see if I can. If I close that, if I do that, if I do this, and I do that. All right. Now, this. I want to thank each and every one of you that are a part of this 1044. You've subscribed. You're part of the mix. This is in real time. I think I started the show at 142. So whoever was out there and is like, Vader, I mess with you. Here's a subscribe. Much appreciated. I'm gonna continue to do the shows as often as I can. I'm gonna play around with this, see if I got some placement. Let me try to put this somewhere else on the show so you guys can see in real time how much of an impact and how much support you're giving me, which is always appreciated. But this show had to be talked about. I had to talk about the Master Chef. So if you want more shows like these, more 115, one question, 15 minutes, be a part of the mix in real time. If you subscribe, you'll be noticed there. You'll be seen there. Let me do some magic and actually clean this up. Let me do this. And be a part of the show moving forward. You can see exactly who's supporting, who's in the mix. Let me do this. This. Whoa. Vader game. So in real time, if you're supporting the channel, part of the growth, part of the vision, want to be a part of other future conversations. And when I say future conversations, obviously when I'm live, when I'm streaming, y'all can be in the comments. I'm gonna read the comments as long as you're respectful. All right, don't do anything disrespectful. But with regards to the show, comments on point, we'll discuss. Drop that like button. Boom, we got that as well. Next show on 115 will be why Haaland's mentality, is rare and needed more. All right, that's what I'm going to bring up. Why Haaland's mentality is rare but needed more. And I think when we do when you do the breakdown on the press conference, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm Vader Games. This is Vader Games TV. My last show was this topic right here: why Pep is cooking with Foden, Cherki, Gonzalez, Foden. He's cooking with Reinders as well. He's cooking old ingredient, very familiar, but he's cooking with Bernardo as well. Let's not slip up. Fans wanted Bernardo out. Fans wanted Bernardo out the door, and Bernardo's versatility, Swiss Army knife, anywhere you need him, right wing, play centrally, double pivot at times. He is that guy. And he doesn't show up on the GA. So all you GA stat geeks and nerds out there, you won't really see what Bernardo's all about, but absolutely incredible. My next show, we're going to talk about Haaland. Please subscribe, be a part of the show. Enjoy this outro as we do it, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. I'm Vader Games. I'm out.